Come on.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Sit down, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Good, Himanshu. You have done your Bachelor's of Law
Yes, sir.
on Nearby University.
Yes, sir.
A very good university. So, what have you been doing after this?
Sir, I graduated in 2017 and post that I prepared for civil services. I appeared 2 times for the interview, but I couldn't make the final cut. And post that I started practicing before the High Court of Rajasthan. Currently, I am an advocate before the High Court of Rajasthan Jaipur bench and practicing, sir.
Okay.
And along with preparing for RAS as well.
Okay, right. So, what do you think about judicial activism?
Sir, judicial activism, in my opinion, is a good concept. Sir, there are Article 142 of the Constitution of India is an apt example of it. Under it, court delves into certain matters and makes policy decisions with respect to that. One of the example that I can cite at this point of time is Vishakha judgment, 1997. POSH guidelines, prevention of sexual harassment at workplace guidelines came after the Honorable Court's intervention. So that is social activism in my opinion. Also, I can think of Taj Trupegium case as well. So there were certain industries in Uttar Pradesh, Agra. They were discharging the pollutants over there and there were no guidelines per se by the UP government. So the Supreme Court intervened under the garb of judicial activism and made sure that no effluents are discharged in Yamuna, sir. So
Just tell me, why it is so that now judiciary at the highest level has to interfere time and again in the activities which are supposed to be governed and implemented by the civil administration? Why it is that?
Sir, in my opinion, it is because that there is a legislative vacuum in certain arenas. That is the primary reason. The secondary reason that I can think of is sometimes judiciary also encroaches upon the policy decisions. So that is one tendency which I feel is not up to the mark, in consonance with the provisions of separation of power. So the reason primarily is that there is legislative vacuum. That is the reason I feel.
Recently, Mr. Gawai, outgoing Chief Justice, he commented that the collegium system should be changed. What is your opinion about it?
Sir, I am in fervent agreement with the Honorable or outgoing Chief Justice. I think NJAC was a better mechanism for the appointment of judges, and collegium, though it's a good system, but it has certain lacunas in it. So in my opinion, NJAC is a better mechanism.
So what type of lacuna do you envisage?
Sir, for example, first lacuna that I can think of at this point of time is with respect to opacity in the deliberations. There is no proper mechanism as such that whose names would be forwarded. Also, there are media reports with respect to the nepotism also. The third thing that I can think of is with respect to the IB deliberations that are continued. So there are multiple opacities that I can think of. Fourth thing that I can think of is with respect to how the names are forwarded from the respective high courts. So there is no proper mechanism or proper channel per se, which gives some sort of certainty that these are the parameters on the basis of which the names are forwarded. So I feel these 4 I can think of at this point of time. These are the lacunas which are plugging collegium system, sir.
Can you do the SWOT analysis of Rajasthan as a state?
Sir, I'll take 10 seconds to.
Take your time.
Thank you, sir. Sir, as far as the strengths are concerned, mineral sector, Rajasthan has huge potential. Rajasthan has second highest mineral reserves in the country. Also, with respect to tourism, Rajasthan has again huge potential, huge scope. These 2 things I think are the strength in terms of the economy. Also, cultural aspect is one thing. With respect to sir, weaknesses that I can think of, sir, increased crime rate. If I can cite NCRB's data, Rajasthan has third or I'm not sure, sir, third or fourth largest crime rate in terms of in consonance with the NCRB data. That is one thing that I am thinking of. Second is economic development is plugging in Rajasthan. That is, the investments are less. So I think more investment needs to be attracted. The third thing is with respect to certain customs that are prevailing, such as child marriages, which are very prominent. Child trafficking is also, sir, one of the major things, especially in the bordering districts such as Alwar, Bharatpur, Dholpur. These districts, child trafficking cases are huge. Overall, sir, these are the things that I can think of as of now.
What about opportunities and threats?
Sir, again, I'll take 10 seconds too. Sir, one thing as far as the opportunities are concerned, one is in energy, India's energy basket. In Rajasthan is the highest solar energy production state. So the 85% of the energy is we are dependent on foreign. We import our energy. So I think the solar energy part, Rajasthan has huge potential. We are the largest. More investment can be brought, and more solar energy can be harnessed. That is one thing. Again, sir, we are the largest state in terms of the area. That thing can also be taken care into consideration. The third thing is the diversity. If we start from the Jaisalmer, sir, and go towards Karoli, Dholpur, it's a vast diversity. So cultural aspect, tourism circuits can be brought so that it can contribute in the economic aspects of the state. The threats that I can think of is that, sir, we are bordering with the enemy state. So that is one aspect that we must take care into consideration, that destabilizes the entire state, that we have seen during Operation Sindoor. So I think that is one thing that I can think of as of now, sir.
Now, as regards governors, the Supreme Court has recently passed an order after reviewing its own earlier order. What do you say, and what are your comments about it?
Sir, it is with respect to Article 200 and 201 of the Constitution. In my humble opinion, sir, Article 200 and 201, the language is pretty clear. And I think it does not leave any scope for the court to maneuver and venture into the already written crisp language of the crisp drafting. Sir, Article 200 says that the governor has three powers, and there is no timeline fixed to give the assent on the particular bills. Supreme Court carving out a timeline going against the written law, in my opinion, is not a good example that is being set up. So I think it's pretty much clear over there in Article 200, sir, that President has the powers and no timeline is given per se. However, one thing that I would want to point out is that certain times, due to, sir, political maneuverings, governor hold on to the bills and do not pass it on either to the president for their consideration, also do not give assent. For that, Supreme Court has rightly carved out an exception. That exception is that limited mandamus can be issued in extraordinary circumstances, where governor can be asked that what are the reasons, what are the reasons because of which you have not forwarded the bill to the president or not not given the assent, sir. So I think it's a very.
But then if there is no time limit for the governor or for the president for that matter, the entire parliamentary system will collapse in this way. No governor, if the ruling party in the state is of opposition, no governor will pass any bill. Then how will the state legislature function?
Sir, I am in perfect an agreement with what you said.
Yes,
Sir,
then do you agree that the earlier judgment of Supreme Court was the more appropriate form rather than the new one?
Sir, in my opinion, this one is more appropriate because limited scope has been set. So, in the earlier judgment, the court has given a strict timeline that was against the basic tenets of the Constitution. However, in this judgment, the court has said that though we agree with the law laid down in Article 200, however, to allay the fears of such sort that there can be political maneuverings, we are saying that a limited mandamus, we can direct the governor in a very extraordinary circumstances. So now the Supreme Court has the power that in case if there are huge or inordinate delays, Supreme Court can pretty much direct the governor
define and how would you define the inordinate delay? Inordinate can be any length of time.
Sir, in that case, I think we must trust the wisdom of Honorable Supreme Court. In case if, for example, a state is filing a petition before the Supreme Court to say that there is an inordinate delay, this should be left to the wisdom of Supreme Court to see that whether there is an inordinate delay or
I
not.
think that there is some scope for any state government to approach the Supreme Court in case its bills are pending with the governor.
Yes, sir, that's what the Supreme Court has said in this advisory
One
opinion.
can still go to the Supreme Court.
Indeed,
Those
sir.
are not closed.
Indeed, sir. There is scope of limited mandamus.
Now there are large number of under trials in our jails. Under trials, large number of them, and many of them are there for years, even beyond their maximum term of punishment possible under the whatever crime they have committed. Huh? What do you suggest is can be the remedy to take them out from the jails, let them live their normal life till the trial is concluded?
Sir, the primary thing that I can think of is that the court should be proactive and bail should be made a general rule and not an exception. So, for example, in the bail petition, sir, the case that I can think of is that there is huge pendency of bail petitions before the High Court. So, one thing that the court should do is to dispose the cases at the earliest, whatever is needed for that, be it infrastructure, be it judges. So the bail petitions should be disposed of early. And bail should be made an exception. That bail only and only when there are extraordinary circumstances such as heinous offences like POCSO with respect to UAPA, terrorist activity.
These are the stated principles for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Every time the court saying like these words, bail should be the law and not
And it's
exception.
true, sir.
But still, it doesn't happen. In practice, it doesn't happen.
Sir, one reason that I can think of as of now is the earliest disposal of the bail petitions. Sir, that is the reason because of which a lot
How
of...
can we devise, in your opinion, how can we devise a system so that bail applications are taken up in priority and they are disposed of quickly?
Sir, one pragmatic approach that I can think of as of now is, sir, delay happens because if the High Court has given a judgment, it reaches to the concerned police station at a later stage, and then it reaches to the concerned area magistrate at the later stage, and then it passes an order, and then the person is out of the jail. So I think there can be two things.
That is after the passing of the
Bail.
Or, passing of the order for bail.
True, sir.
Afterwards.
Yes, sir.
But even deciding the bail application takes a lot of time.
Sir, there can be fast track courts, and there can be multiple benches to whom the bail matters can be assigned. And I think this is the ways through which the more bail petitions would be disposed of, in my opinion.
Now, one last thing from my side. You know something about Mahabharata? You mean?
Sir,
Mahabharata is an epic story about this. What messages does Mahabharata give to you which you can apply in administration? What lessons?
sir, I would like to take 10 seconds to jot down my points.
Give me some 3 or 4.
Sir, one primary thing that I can think of is duty for duty's sake. That is what Arjun did. Despite the fact that he had his own reservations, but Bhagwan Shri Krishna told him that this is your duty, this is your dharma that you have to do at all cost. This principle can be applied in administration as well. Sir, there can be multiple obstacles, multiple allurements can be there, but one must abide by their dharma and one must abide by their duty. That this is my utmost duty for which I have come into the service. So that is one primary message that I can think of from Mahabharata. The second thing that I can think of is, sir, with respect to be more rational in the approach. Rationality must be kept at the forefront. For example, sir, Yudhishthir gave everything during that entire game. He in fact gave his wife as well, Draupadi, in that game. So I think one must be very rational. Emotions should be kept in check. So the principle that I can apply in the administration is emotional intelligence. That is one principle we all must, as an administrators, take care into account. The third thing that I can think of from Mahabharata is solidarity. And the solidarity, the sort of far-fetched principle of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Sir, I think if they would not have fought this war, the Hastinapur would have been a bigger kingdom, in my opinion. So solidarity, universality, brotherhood, these are the principle I can think of.
Okay, so we are talking a lot about law. I'll also start with that. You are in a very noble profession, working as an advocate, but you have given Tehsildar as one of your preferences, rather third preference. So you think the post of Tehsildar is better than what you are doing right now?
Sir, yes, in my opinion. The reason for the same, I have three reasons for it. The first reason is, sir, that since I've been working in the land revenue matters a bit, I think, sir, the court's work is more or less remedial in nature. It's part preventive nature. I think as a Tehsildar, if land records are maintained properly, mutation is taken care into consideration properly, a lot of land related disputes would less into picture, and it won't clog the high court or as well as the low subordinate judiciary. The second thing is public interaction. Sir, as I can think of myself, I would be better suited, in my opinion, in a profession which has public interaction, a lot of public interaction. So that is the reason. These are the two reasons because of which I have filled Tehsildar as my third choice, sir.
Now we were talking about pendency of cases. On the one hand, the courts are activism. They are getting into the territory of executive. On the other hand, the pendency is going up. 5.5 crore cases are pending. So how do we tackle this problem of pendency? Because I tell you why. I feel very sorry for the people. I see a lot of people in the early morning hours come from villages, and they sit down and wait outside the gate number 1, 2, 3 and 4 of the High Court. And some of them, come from villages, they sleep there. And I ask them sometimes, why have you come? Oh, this is the problem in the court case, this and this. And they suffer whole day. They are sitting there. Sometimes they are not even called into the court. They are just, wasting their time. So how can we reduce this pendency? I have not seen such a pendency anywhere in the world. In most cases, the cases are decided within a year. Here, I have seen cases. I have seen cases going for 25, 30 years, and for no reason at all. What is we have to think out of box and find a radical solution to handle this problem. What do you think?
Yes, sir. I am in agreement with what you said. Sir, one radical out of the box sort of solution that I can think of is the practice of giving adjournments. Sir, there is no such certainty with respect to lawyers or the judges giving adjournments to the cases. I think that is one primary reason that I can think of, because of which the cases perpetuates for years. So for example, if my case is listed today, I wouldn't be informed at all that what sort of proceedings are going on, whether I'm arguing the matter or whether I'm taking the date, that is the adjournment. I think adjournment proceeding, there should be a certain rule, a specific rule with respect to that certain only 3 or 4 or X number of adjournments would be granted. That would lessen the time frame in which a case is reached to its
Do you
final.
think the courts can say that, okay, these 3 days are for this case and we will take a final decision, whatever comes is that? So everybody is aware fully of the progress in the case. The case is discussed, the evidence is presented, and decision is given. Is it possible under the judicial system?
Sir, it's a very tricky proposition. I would slightly differ with what you said. Sir, in a case, there are, so for example, criminal case, sir, the investigation takes huge time. The police does not file the charge sheet in the given time frame. Then these are cross-examination. Also, the High Court is not the only forum. It goes to the subordinate judiciary where cross-examination, examination in chief. So it's a very tedious process. giving a timeline, a particular timeline, that these 3 days would be the only time where we would solve the case would be
Okay,
a proposition.
I understand you, but in my view, some injustice is better than injustice to all, and that there are a lot of people have spent their entire youth just waiting for a case to be decided. So some people are of the view that we should file a case against the judiciary, that I have spent all my 20 years in jail just waiting for the outcome of the case, or my property has been lost for this reason. This has happened as well. So we have to think about this.
Okay.
But that's a different subject. Now I wanted to ask you, there are cases of collusion between advocates and judges. And this is happening, I hear from a lot of people, they're telling me that, okay, it will be fixed, don't worry. So they fix the entire, bribe happens or doesn't happen. So I want to know from you, does it happen?
Sir, I haven't come across of such a situation where there has been a collusion. Also, with respect to the media reports also, I did not see any. Mm-hmm. So since I don't have the fervent proof as well as the subject matter to comment upon such, so I think there is none
You are not aware of it. Okay. Now, is BNS an improved version of IPC?
Sir, it indeed is.
Indeed is?
Yes, sir.
What are the features which are better?
Sir, the first feature is that since this is the earlier law was of the archaic time, mm-hmm. there are certain provisions such as hate crimes, organized crimes, mob lynching. These are the new provisions which have been added in BNS. Apart from that, the integration of the digital mediums has also been integrated into BNS. Mm-hmm. For example, e-summons can be there, e-FIRs can be there. Mm-hmm. Through audio-visual mediums, the evidences can be taken care into consideration. So these things have been codified in BNS. Also, sir, with respect to certain time frames, so specific time frames have been set up. So, for example, a magistrate has to frame the charges within a particular time frame. These are the new things which are there in BNS. So I certainly feel that there is a huge improvement from the archaic law.
Now, if you are made Chief Secretary of Rajasthan, what improvements you would like to initiate?
Sir, I would like to take 10 seconds to think about it. So the first thing that I'll work upon is the economic development of the state. I would want to make sure that there is more investment in Rajasthan, because it will have spiral impact on the entire economy and in other areas as well. It will create more jobs, employment generation would be there. If there would be more employment generation and more disposable income in people's pocket, it would also lessen the crime. The second thing that I would want to work upon is the law and order situation of the state, so that the citizens are at peace. The third thing that I want to work upon is to increase the soft cultural power of the Rajasthan, because there is a huge and immense potential which I feel is untapped so far. So these are the three preferences of mine to work upon, sir.
You will work upon. Okay. Thank you so much, Himanshu.
Sir, thank you. It was a pleasure.
So we shall call you back for feedback.
Okay, all right, sir. Thank you so much.
Better. So, what do you think about your interview?
Sir, I mean, I think it went okay-ish, not up to the mark as much as I wanted it to be. But it was a good beginning, I guess. This was my first mock interview.
I think you did very well.
Tell me one thing.
Yes, sir.
Why have you been waiting for so long? You were here for civil service examination,
yes,
then you took up this job of advocacy and all those things. So why are you not able to frame a straight line of your future? You are so good. You should have made it.
Sir, I couldn't make it. And then since I was 28, 29, so I just wanted some financial independence for myself. I think the social structure is such that, being a boy, I think I had to earn money. Not that there was some pressure. It was just my own willingness.
Dignity matters a lot.
It does, sir. It certainly does. So I think that was the only reason. Also, I feel that I made the right decision to delve into advocacy, sir. It gave me huge confidence. When I came out of my UPSC preparation, I was into tatters because I couldn't make, and it was, I think, very obvious with a human being. When I came into advocacy, it fetched me money, it fetched me confidence, it gave me a platform where I did, by God's grace, I did well, sir, and I'm doing well in the advocacy as well.
And with the senior advocate, when you are working?
Sir, initially I started working with double AG, Dr. Abhinav Sharma, and then after 1 year, I worked under him, and then I started my own independent practice.
So now you are already very good according to our assessment.
Thank you,
But
sir.
even then, when is your interview?
Sir, the date has not been finalized yet.
Then we would like you to add few things.
Yes, sir.
No, which will really enhance
Okay.
the value addition part
Okay.
in your interview. One is, have you ever been to some village?
Sir, I'm born and brought up in a village only.
Where did you?
Sir, last visit a week ago only, I went to my village.
Okay. So what you do is that you go to that place again.
Okay.
Because the date has not been given to you, so you have the time. Where is your village?
Sir, it's in Dosa district.
So it is very close by.
Yes,
No
sir.
problems. Right. Now what you do, you stay here for 2 weeks.
Okay.
You observe the functioning of all governmental organizations
Okay.
at the grassroots level.
Okay.
That is at Patwali level, that is Panchayat level, as well as SG level.
Okay.
Okay. This will give you insight into the working of SDO, Tehsildar,
Okay.
Patwali, BDO, VL. Right?
Okay, sir.
So you should be totally aware of all these things, because certainly you will be asked questions on the arrangement of administration at lower levels. This you should.
Okay.
So once you go there, you make your observations. First you make your observations. So first part A, make your observations, and then talk to them.
Okay.
That what do they think about those institutions, those projects, those schemes? So they will certainly come out with certain deficiencies, right? Now you just ask them only.
Okay.
Then what do you think what should be done?
Okay.
So, third step.
Okay.
First observation.
Hmm.
Second, talking to the people about the problems.
Yes, sir.
Third, solution from them.
Okay.
Then you come back to your place.
Okay.
And for each thing which you observe there, each office or each system which you observe, the project, scheme, etc., you make up your mind and make a listing of your views
Okay.
on each and every.
Okay.
Right? This will give you huge strength. For example, suppose some question is asked that what is the core functioning of SDO level officer? So what will be your answer?
With respect to, sir?
SDO.
Okay. Sir,
Core functioning of SDO.
sir, first would be law and order situation that he has to take care into consideration. Also, with respect to the judicial functions, also taken care into consideration by the SDM. Also, so these are the two things that I can think of.
What is the core function of SDO?
Sir, being a bridge between the collector and the subordinate.
No, basically, beta, he is a revenue officer.
Okay.
He's a revenue
revenue.
officer. He's working in the revenue department.
Yes. Sir.
He's a revenue officer. It means he has to look after the land problems.
Okay.
So he is listening to and deciding to land revenue cases.
Okay.
So he is dealing with two laws that can be asked from you. One is Land Revenue Act, another is Tenancy Act. So you should have broader idea of these things.
Okay.
That what is happening, how do these two act
Okay.
function in the field, how they are related to the people.
Okay, sir.
Right? This is very, very essential.
Okay, sir.
So this exercise you should do for 2 weeks.
Okay, sir.
And for each institution or organization you visit or each project you see, you make a single A4 size paper for
Okay.
each.
Okay.
So here, your observation, people's point of view, suggestion from the people, and my suggestions.
Okay.
This exercise you need to. 1. Number 2, you should do SWOT analysis of Rajasthan in details.
Okay.
Because you are initially doing very, very good.
Okay.
But you are stuck up somehow
Okay.
on opportunities and strengths. You are intermingling.
Yes, sir.
So that should be clarified, very specifically clarified. And the same analysis you should try to do for yourself.
Okay. Okay, sir.
SWOT analysis by yourself. Because I had recently gone to RPSC interviews,
Okay.
and this question was being asked from a lot of many students.
Okay.
So, what do you think about yourself? Introduce yourself.
Okay.
Tell us about yourself. This is a very, very important question.
Okay.
Okay. Then what you should do is a simple question. That you are an advocate, now you want to come to RAS. Why?
Sir, the reasons are that I think public dealing would be something that I've been missing, and B, I feel that there is less scope to reach more people in advocacy in comparison to the administration. Through administration, I would be able to reach more number of people, would be able to serve more number of people. Also, third thing is, sir, in the judicial arena, anything comes when the case has happened. If I would stay in the administration, I would have the power to prevent it somehow. May not be the huge power, but somehow I would have some sort of power to prevent it so that it doesn't reach to court. I think these are the reasons because of which I'm more inclined to be into administration.
What do you think of interaction with the people, listening to their grievances and resolving them by going to their doors,
Okay.
the villages?
Okay.
This is a very important point you should remember for your interview. This will be an additional quality
Okay.
that I'm thinking that I will visit villages more and more, sit with them, listen to their problems, and try to resolve them
Okay.
on the spot so that they generate confidence in the administration and the government.
Okay.
And of course, you.
Okay.
Right.
True. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then next thing what you should do is that you should go continuously making very specific notes on current critical issues, not current issues. I'm talking about current critical issues.
Okay.
Current critical issues means the issues which are basically related to Rajasthan, or the issues which are happening in Rajasthan are having impact somewhere else.
Okay.
Or third, the important events happening elsewhere but having impact in Rajasthan.
Okay.
So these three types.
Okay.
So please classify all these news items in these three
Okay.
and go on updating your knowledge.
Okay.
This will help you a lot when you read them. Lastly, we want to suggest you that all important schemes,
Okay.
water supply related, medical health related, education, rural development, and industrial development.
Okay.
You make one page note for each such schemes.
Okay.
Right? Who are eligible?
Okay.
How does it happen? Who are financiers?
Okay.
What are the results expected? That is the most important thing.
Okay.
So suppose there is a scheme. So what is the impact
The scheme would
ultimately envisaged of that proposal?
Okay, sir.
That you should completely prepare and very nicely prepare based on the current issues.
Okay.
So make it sure that current issues are thoroughly prepared. Critical,
Okay.
not generally.
Okay.
So which newspapers are you reading?
Sir, I'm reading Indian Express as well as the Dainik Bhaskar.
Very good. So take these two. And in Indian Express, you might be knowing that there is one specific corner which comes for UPSC quiz.
Yes, sir. UPSC Essentials. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
UPSC Essentials. So just go through that out.
Okay.
And one more thing I want to tell you, there is one very good analysis of all events coming in. IAS Officers Institute,
Okay.
Chennai.
Okay.
They give you state-wise analysis of issues,
Okay. Fine, sir.
right? And you can easily search it on the internet and you can find out. They give it free.
Okay.
So that will be making you very, very strong candidate
Okay.
for the
To be.
future.
Okay, sir.
Anything now you want to ask, please tell us.
Sir, with respect to my demeanor, with respect to my speaking style, anything that I do come across as very assertive, offensive.
No, everything is fine. The only thing you can do is slightly trim your answers.
Okay.
Slightly. Otherwise, it was very fine.
Okay.
But if you can trim down your answers a bit, that will add to the value.
Okay. Be mindful.
Okay?
With respect to my nodding also, I've been pointed out
Yes,
many
yes,
times, so
okay.
that's okay. Okay.
You know, nodding taking some help of your hand movement. It's all natural.
Okay.
You know, these institutes which have this thing that you should keep your hands on the
Yes, sir.
thighs and you should not move. All these are false things.
Okay.
They are not even seen the interview boards.
Okay.
They never appeared for the interview.
Okay.
But some coaching institutes spread this thing that these things should happen.
Okay.
So everyone started saying this.
True, sir.
Otherwise, you should be lax. And if you are able to use your hands a bit, not too much, but a bit, then you are more expressive.
True, sir. True.
So you should do that.
Expressive, and that is a natural way.
There's a natural way of speaking and having conversation because you are having a conversation with the board, remember it.
True.
It is not your examination of your knowledge.
True.
It is a conversation that we should all be interested.
Okay.
That should be your objective. I would say if you just go on sitting with this, your hands on the thighs and your tight hands and tight shoulders, no point in doing that.
Okay. I'll do
Stay
it.
relaxed.
I'll do.
Right?
Okay, sir.
Anything else?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.